go. All right, you guys, let's get started. So it is day 5. I am so excited and I am so proud of every single one of you. And we have so many people joining live. It's so lovely. And so many of you showing your camera too. Like that's like a huge thing for me because normally I'm just like talking to the screen by myself, and I love being able to see y'all's faces. So hi, thanks for joining live. And this is going to be a lot of fun. You guys have done so amazing this week, and we're going to just keep that momentum going forward after today. So we have made it to day 5 of this challenge. And so what we're talking about today is how to audit and improve on the progress that we've made, because we want to just keep going and keep leveling up. Yesterday, I just absolutely loved seeing the progress that you guys have made and just how many reels you guys are committed to creating and moving forward. I know Janelle said that she was going to do it for 30 days straight, and I can't wait to see the growth that you guys have from posting reels consistently every single month. So you guys make sure that you're all in the Thrive Blogging Community Facebook group, because that's where we're going to be able to keep chatting after this challenge ends. And I want to hear results. Like I'm going to post in like 30 days. I'm going to make a note of it right now to make a post in there for 30 days from now to see and do a call out. Be like, everybody that joined the Reels challenge, give me an update and let me know what has happened since committing to Reels. So keep a lookout for that. It's coming, and let that be something that like keeps pushing you to post reels consistently from here out. Okay, but let's talk about just how to improve on the progress that we have made so far. So, and before I forget, this is why I have slides. This is the last chance to grab that accelerator packet. If you haven't already and you want to snag it, don't forget to go and grab that. You can use this link. It is working now. I realized yesterday that I did not set my pretty links up correctly, but it's working now. So thrivetogether.blog/last chance if you want to grab the accelerator pack. Okay, so let's first look at the progress that we have made just this week and what you guys have accomplished in today is just the start of day 5. So in 4 days, we have identified our pillars and what to post on Reels. We've learned editing and played with transitions. I've seen you guys do some super fun stuff and even saw like a couple of things. It's funny, I keep mentioning this, but like trends that happen over on TikTok take a couple of weeks and then they hit Instagram. And so I know Cindy just posted one of the dancing one. If you guys haven't seen that yet, that was something that was on TikTok, and I've been waiting to see how long it took for it to hit Instagram. So that filter is super fun. And so great job for jumping on a trend really early. But you guys have tried so many new things. You've batched ideas and made a system to add to, and uncovered strategies to keep consistent. So you guys give yourself a pat on the back, round of applause. This is everything that we've covered over the last 4 days. So you've done a lot in 4 days. With this, there's a lot of trial and error that happens when we're trying anything new. So I feel like you guys are already like jumping into that growth zone. So don't be afraid to continue to take some risks. It's not going to be like a magical switch overnight, but that's why I said like, that's why I'm excited to check in after 30 days, because I know that with consistency, you guys are going to see huge results with doing Reels. So how do we audit and improve what we've done so far? So I want us to run the last 3 reels that you've made through an audit. Okay, so if everybody wants to pull up their phone or just take notes, it's totally up to you. But what we're going to do is first look at my 3-second rule, I'm calling it. So this is something to where our time, our attention has gotten very, very short, thanks to social media. And so it used to be with videos, you had about 15 seconds to capture somebody's attention and make them stick around and watch a video. This was something we would see on more long form video on social media or on YouTube. You usually had about 15 seconds to grab them. And now it's like, well, 15 seconds or less is a reel. So obviously that's not working anymore. Then it went down to 8 seconds, and 8 seconds was kind of the rule. The new rule now is you have about 3 seconds to grab somebody's attention and keep them watching your video. So what I want you to do is, this is how everybody is going to just audit themselves, because I could look at your reels and I could give you my feedback. But what I think is even more beneficial is for you to do your own constructive criticism on your own content, because you know your audience the best. You know your audience better than I do. Anybody coming in, I'm going to mute you real quick. You know your audience better than I do. And you are able to also give yourself a little bit more constructive criticism than I would as well, right? So because we know just how hard we can get on ourselves. So don't be too hard, but also, you know, kind of run it through these questions here. So the first one is, does it catch your attention in the first 3 seconds? Would you keep watching if nothing changed after the first 3 seconds? And does something change after 3 seconds, either talking or moving or a transition, something? So this is why people also, like, you'll see a lot of people talk about having a hook or something at the very beginning of your video to kind of pull them in. And so that's kind of like that first part of like that attention grabbing thing. And now this can be for, like, I gave a couple of examples earlier this week of like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this happened, or, you know, something like that. It can be something like that. It can also just literally be a transition or you moving. So oftentimes I'll film a reel, and especially if I'm doing a talking reel, I'll film something and then try to make that very, very short at the beginning. And then I will try to move a little bit. Either I'm like zooming in on my face a little bit more, or I'm just like literally shifting and having a slightly different background. Or if you're doing like style and you're changing your outfit or something, right? Like even just like showing movement. So if you have like text that pops up on the screen and then you do a little wave or something, just to kind of keep it interesting and keep it moving. And I know 3 seconds is super, super fast, but that is what is happening to keep people's attention span. And then just asking yourself, like, okay, would I keep watching if nothing changed after the first 3 seconds? So especially if you're using photos in your reels, that's where you have to be a little bit more cautious about using photos in your reels, because if you have it lingering on a photo for too long, especially if it's like at the beginning, they'll lose interest after 3 seconds if nothing changes. So you want to pay attention to what is happening in those first 3 seconds. And then one thing that I have seen though, and I don't know that I love this trend or how I feel about it just yet, but I think it's something like people are just trying as a hack, is posting their photo to the reel, like with kind of like this cute little frame, and it looks cute and it looks almost like it's an in-feed post, but then it's actually a reel. So unless you're trying to test something like that, I'm all for testing things, go for it. But for the most part, you want to keep your reels video content, you want to keep them interesting, and you want to attract your audience. So that's the 3 second rule. Okay, and then here's the next things that I want you guys to look at when auditing your reels. So going back and looking, and if you're just now posting reels, then I want you to definitely do this after like 30 days of posting reels consistently. So how many people did your reels reach? And then what can you learn from your top 3 performing reels? You can also do this with your top performing content on Instagram. If you haven't been posting reels, you can go back and look at your insights, look at your analytics, and see just what is performing really, really well. What are those top 3 posts? Why are they performing well? Was it the picture? Was it the content? You know, all of that information. And so when you've been posting reels for a while and you have more to pull from and more data, you can look at, you know, what was it about those 3 reels that performed well? And then also auditing, are you attracting the right audience? Again, we talked about this a few times over this week, but just making sure that anybody that comes across your reels, and what's great about reels, as you guys know, is they're able to show up in feeds that are outside of your own audience because it's showing up in just the reels channel. And so whenever it shows up for somebody, we want to make sure that it's pulling in the right audience, which is, why we talked about being cautious about trends and being cautious about, jumping onto anything like that, and making sure that even if we do jump on a trend, whether it's a sound or a dance or whatever it may be, that it is still talking to your audience. And then do same type of thing. Do new eyes know that your content is for them? So anybody that does come across your reel for the first time, do they know that it's for them? And then after that, we want to look at your profile. And so this is what it leads into. So if somebody were to click your reel and head over to your profile to see, oh, maybe I want to follow this person, is your profile optimized for new eyes? So what you want to have happen is somebody finds your reel, likes the content, wants to see what else you have. They hop over to your profile and they see that it's active and see that it is talking to them, and see that that reel attracted the right audience, right? So when they go to your profile, is it clear who you are and why they should follow you? If you guys haven't heard yet, this, your name, not your handle, but this part right here, your name, you can now use up to 30 characters. Before, I think it was like, I don't know, maybe 15. It was a lot less. And so make sure that you're using that space wisely. I'm sure you guys have seen now that Instagram is really getting better about SEO. And so people are going to be able to search and find you based on SEO rather than hashtags are still one way of searching, but SEO is going to kind of just become a new thing over there. So you want to make sure that your name is optimized as well. So that's why we have coaching for bloggers and influencers. So this would be something to where you would have, if you are a travel blogger, if you are, let's see, I'm trying to scan and see who's in here. So like Jen, you would want to do something like your name, Jen, and then crocheting tutorials, and maybe for beginners or for whomever you're trying to target there. But like if you're trying to target beginners, you would say crocheting tutorials for beginners would be awesome, right? So something like that. You want to just make sure that you're really optimizing that information there, along with your bio. So then that way they see when they come to your profile, they can read your name, they can read your bio and know, oh yeah, this is for me, right? So Cindy does fashion and lifestyle for women over 50. So that would be, those are like keywords that you want to make sure are in your bio. So that way, when somebody clicks over from that reel and it's like, oh, I think I want to go and see more of her stuff. And then they read your bio and they're like, yep, that's exactly the type of content I want. It's going to make them click follow faster, right? The other thing is having those updated highlights. If you have not updated your highlights in a while, or if you have not used them, make sure you're doing so. So we like feature like our community. We talk about our different programs. I suggest having one. Oops, just kidding. Where are we at? Having one about you. So like having a highlight that introduces yourself, talks about who you are, and maybe updating that one so frequently so it pops up to the beginning. But definitely utilizing that prime real estate. And then the other thing too is like being active on stories is huge. It is a big part of growing on Instagram, if that's your goal, which I'm assuming it is because you're in this Reels challenge. So showing up on your stories, making sure that it is active and making sure there is something there for them to go and click and see, because that's just going to show them that it's just one more way for them to make that instant connection with you. So if they click over to your profile from a reel, they're able to read your bio, learn that it's for them. And then also the first thing that they usually tap is your stories to see what you've posted lately and make sure they still kind of drive with you. So, and then also the final thing is your link in bio optimized? So we want to make sure that this link goes to the thing we want to go to, right? So we have ours set up, which is how I suggest you guys do it as well, is setting up a page on your blog. I don't recommend using anything like Linktree or anything like that. Even though it's super fast and easy to use, I would rather see you guys getting the page views. So I want you to set up a link on your website. So we have ours thrivetogethers.blog/IG. It's a page that we don't have anywhere on our website. We just have this link, right? So it's not in our navigation or anything like that. It's just purely for Instagram. And then we have buttons set up. And so you can just go and you can make a new page, make it full width, so there's no sidebar or anything, and then just add buttons into the content there. And so I would have a button that goes to your blog. I would have a button that goes to your opt-in, have a blog. If you're on Like to Know It, you could have a link that goes there. Different things that you're wanting to highlight and promote. I wouldn't go crazy. I've seen some people do like, I don't know, 20 plus buttons, and it's just extremely overwhelming to me. So just make sure you're being strategic with which buttons you use. But this is what I would do, because the point of Reels is not only for us to, yes, reach our current audience and provide great value to them, but also to drive new eyes over to our profile. And if we're driving new eyes over to our profile, but this is not optimized, then we're doing all that work for nothing. So make sure that you have written all this down. I think I've given you guys plenty of time to write it all down. So you guys got this. Okay. Running with momentum. So this is what is next. You're inspired right now. You're here hanging out in the Reels challenge. You guys are live on Zoom or watching the replay. So I want you guys to just take this inspiration that you have and keep going. Keep leaning on your pillars if you ever hit a roadblock and aren't sure what to post about. Keep posting consistently, show up. That was why the homework yesterday was asking you guys how many reels you're going to post every single week, and showing up even if you don't feel like it, because there's going to be days and there's going to be times when you don't feel like it. But if you're committed to growing your brand and you're committed to building that as a revenue stream and that freedom and flexibility that you guys are wanting, we have to keep pushing. We have to keep going. So also just knowing that it doesn't happen overnight, but if you're consistent, you can find huge success with this. I talked to you guys a little bit yesterday, if you were in the live or watch the replay, about Kira, who is in our coaching program Shift, who has been doing this, has been posting reels and has been showing up consistently, and was just feeling like that frustration of like, okay, it was, she's needing to grow her audience. She's needing something to click and something to start working, but she kept showing up. She didn't disappear. She kept going, and something clicked. And all of a sudden her reels are taking off. People are starting to see them more. They're gaining momentum. And she's probably up to 20,000 followers that she's gained in less than 2 weeks. It's crazy, but that proves to me, and I'm seeing it happen over on TikTok as well, like consistency is paying off. If you keep showing up and you keep posting, it will pay off. And that consistency is such a huge part. You guys hear me talk about it. You hear so many other people talk about consistency is key, but it truly is when it comes to posting like this. So question over to y'all, and I will look at the chat here in a second, try to skim through, but I want to know, did you guys enjoy the challenge? Give me a yes, give me a wave, thumbs up, something in the chat. Let me know, did you guys enjoy it? What did you think? And then let's see. I would love to know, what is one thing you've learned that you're taking with you? And I know I'm asking this also for your homework over in the Facebook group, but also like, tell me here in the chat, like, what's one thing you've learned that you're taking with you? Yes, very helpful. Janelle said my TikTok grew over 1,000 followers in the last 48 hours. Oh my gosh, yay! That's amazing. Congratulations. Oh my gosh. I just know, like, when you told me you're like, I'm going to post 30 days in a row consistently, I'm like, okay, I'm just like eagerly waiting for those 30 days to be up, because it's going to be good. Tracy said, yes, I've done a few reels previously, but learned some new things. So good and helpful. I don't think I would have tried reels without this. Oh, amazing. just the kick in the butt that I needed. I love that. It was fun. Super helpful. Time difference is tricky. Oh my gosh, I know, Rosie. Thanks for being here. I have no idea what time it is where you are, but thanks so much for showing up. Batching and to not be intimidated by reels. Oh my gosh, you guys. I love it. How do we feel about reel cover photos? I use them. I like them. For a while there, like last year, I feel like I was talking to some of my business besties and we weren't sure if Instagram was like almost docking people if they used reels covers, but it's not the case. So I think it's totally up to you. And if, you want that look in your feed, or if you think people are clicking on them better because of that, or maybe not, I think it's just kind of playing around and seeing if anything changes when you do it. I'm kind of obsessive about my feed because I blame my graphic design background. So I like to create covers for them. But that's just my opinion. And I think it's different for everybody. Let's see, the pillars chart. I'm taking that to another social media account that I help with as well as my own. Awesome. Yay. I love me a good chart. That just helps my brain so much. I learned that InShot is much better than CapCut. Oh, cool. I haven't used CapCut yet. But I would love a TikTok challenge. Yes, Ari, I am here for it. I just need so I just started posting on TikTok consistently this week. I played with it earlier this month, but then got busy with the Reels challenge. So give me a month or two to figure that out over there and find some success, and then we'll do a TikTok challenge. Let's see. Reels covers are great. About the upgrade pack, can you go over the benefits of using it? Any tips? Absolutely. So definitely use the spreadsheet that's in there. That's going to be super helpful to you. Also, those prompts that are in there is 20 ideas that are just going to help keep you going. It's already got the audio linked in there for you. So use that. And then if you're wanting Reels covers, those are in that pack as well for you. Let's see. Amazing. Okay. Let me finish out my presentation real quick, and then I'm going to jump over and answer y'all's questions. So if you guys are wanting, how do you work with me, blogging and influencer coach? Great question. I would love to tell you. So if you made more than 5,000 from your brand last year, so from your blog, from Instagram, social media, anything, then I want to encourage you guys to go and apply for Shift. So Shift is for anybody that is currently already making money from their brand, at least $5,000 in the last 12 months. If you're ready to have more consistent monthly income, ready to scale, you want mental clarity and to know where to focus your energy to grow, and have somebody on your team helping you make those strategic decisions. And then as well as having just a cohort of really badass business babes who are doing the same thing as you and supporting your journey. Like I mentioned, Kira earlier, who is just seeing insane growth from her reels. She's in there, as well as so many other girls that are just doing amazing. So if this is you, I want you to apply to Shift, send me a DM. We can chat about if it might be the right thing for you. If you're not there yet, don't worry, I still got you covered, but want to be there one day. My goal is now to have everybody that joins the Profitable Blogger Society. My goal is to help you get to that point. So you're like, I would love to have made $5,000 in the last 12 months. I want to get you there. So if you want to grow your brand so that way you can apply for Shift one day soon, then this is how we can start working together. If you want to make money from your brand, which I think we all do, right? And if you want an experienced coach and team to guide you through the blogging and social media world, so you know where to focus to grow your brand and increase your income, then I want to encourage you to come and join us in the Profitable Blogger Society. I see some of my girls in here right now that are over there. Janelle, I saw Megan earlier. So we have so much fun over there. And I always tell them, I'm like, my goal is to get you to, we want to start to get you money coming in, and start to have that happening consistently. So that's my goal with this. And this is just an easier way for us to start working together to get somebody else's eyes on your work right? Because so often, like going this alone, you're just not sure, am I spending my time on the right place? Am I doing the right things to grow? Should I even be focusing on this? Or like, hey, cool, I only have like 5 to 10 hours a week. How should I optimize my time in order to grow? So the Profitable Blogger Society is for you if that is the case. And I have a special code for y'all to take half off your first month. Just use code Reels Challenge. This code does expire on Monday. I rarely, if ever, do discount codes for any of our programs, but I wanted to do something special for you guys because you showed up 5 days in a row and I'm so proud of you. So make sure you use that code. It does expire Monday, but I would love to see you in there. Be sure to shoot me a DM if you want to chat about it at all. Okay, so for the bonus giveaway today, so this is for everybody that has been able to join live today. It's created a list for me that I'm going to be able to jump into after I get done with this live. And so after the live, I will be right away. You guys will know the winner of today is a bit early. I'll be randomly selecting one person that was able to attend this live with us, and you're going to win a 30-minute coaching call with me. Yay, I can't wait to do that. So I will post that in the group. Probably like give me like 15-30 minutes to get done with this live and I will do that for y'all. Okay, and then as always, to round this out, you've got your homework over in the Facebook group today. And this is for your bonus homework, or no, bonus homework was this one. Your regular homework is over in the Facebook group. And I also have the winners from yesterday. Let me pull up my notes here. Okay, yesterday, day 4, crazy homework. The homework thread, so many of you participated. I'm like, I've been tracking like how many people have been participating in the threads each day, and just seeing like so many of you like posting and even showing up here. There's 20 people in here now. My gosh, amazing. So yesterday, day 4 homework thread, Megan Fontaine, you are the winner of that, and that was a 1-year plan subscription. Yay! And then our day 4 bonus, which is our it's from Liz Wilcox. She's got awesome email templates and everything. I can't remember what exactly it is, but I know it's from Liz, you're gonna love it. The winner of the bonus thread is Janelle. Yay! So I will shoot you guys all an email today. I know I owe a couple of people from yesterday an email, and then I did just get, I know Dana, you were waiting on an email from me as well. I just got the codes over from Plan, so I'll be able to get that to you today as well. And then for the homework thread for today, I will post that in the group on Monday because I do take the weekend off and I want to give you guys till midnight tonight to do that before I select the winner. So I will do that. Okay, I think that's it for there. Let me stop sharing. And I think you guys can probably see my face a little bit bigger now, which may not be a good thing. It's super dark over here. All right. But do you guys have any questions or anything you would like to cover before we hop off? I've given myself an hour to be over here on this live with y'all. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to like raise your hand, unmute, ask it in the chat. And yeah, Liz's Prize is her 20-minute newsletter product. I have it and it's good. Oh, awesome, Eileen. Anything from Liz is like amazing. Let me see. Make sure I didn't miss any questions in here. If you posted a question earlier, maybe repaste it so that way I see it. Trying to scroll up to the top. How do you find SEO for Reels? I mean, I'm so like, I know Instagram is definitely prioritizing SEO, but I would just like with whatever you're talking about, like paying attention to kind of like what are things that are trending, what are people searching for on Instagram. I don't think there's like a huge way to do like SEO research or anything on Instagram just yet. But like if you're like whatever keywords you use to target your audience, that's what I would use. So if you're trying to attract people that are looking for a certain type of recipe or a certain type of tutorial or fashion inspiration for women, like I would use those type of keywords in your, but like writing your caption for your audience still, right? Like the number one thing is like you're more likely, I think right now, to have people find you because your reel is performing well and because it's showing up in their feed rather than somebody searching on Instagram. I just don't think a ton of people are searching on Instagram right now. I think it's kind of rare. I think we're more so just scrolling. And so making sure that you're prioritizing your caption for your audience, but definitely using keywords in your bio, because I think what's going to happen is those are going to show up more when people are searching rather than a reel necessarily. I could be wrong. That could change down the road, but that's what we want to prioritize there. Will the content in the challenge group be up for a while so I can catch up? So I will archive the group next week, but you have all of the emails from us, so you should have all of the videos there. I'm leaving those up on Loom. I doubt I'll go back one day and delete them from my Loom account. So they're there for you guys, almost, I guess, indefinitely. So make sure you just go back and check on your emails and you can watch all the videos there. Bree, can you help me figure out how to use the code for my giveaway with Kristen? Yes, I saw your email come through. I'm waiting for Kristen to respond because I don't know how to do that. But I'll ping her on Monday if she still hasn't responded. But yes, don't worry. I will make sure that you get access to that. Let's see. Have you had a chance to consider the reels we've posted so far? Are we on the right track, or is there anything we can do to improve upon that's obvious to you? I'm trying to go through, there's so many reels that y'all are posted. I'm trying to go through and leave comments on all of them. That's what I'm doing for the rest of the day. So I have a lot of reels to watch today, but I'm trying to leave comments and suggestions on all of them. So if I see anything that's glaringly obvious, that's why like day 2 or 3, I mentioned the black boxes and making your photos like full screen and getting rid of any black sections, like the black bars on the top and bottom of your videos or anything blurred. So if I see anything like that, I'm definitely trying to address it right away. And so many of you have made those quick adjustments. So that's awesome. Is it helpful to use the FYP hashtag? I mean, I that's more of a TikTok thing. So there's not necessarily like a For You page on Instagram right now. And Instagram is not like filtering things because of hashtags the way that TikTok is. Like the algorithms are completely different. So if it's on Instagram or if it's on TikTok, you can try it. If it's on Instagram, I mean, my rule of thumb is to test things, test them for a couple weeks, and then collect the data on it and see, what actually worked and what didn't. Can you share any good info on how to do well with hashtags? This week is the first time I've really used Instagram at all. Yeah, so I would just use 5 to 10 hashtags on your posts if you're going to use hashtags, and do research just on your niche and kind of like that SEO and that keyword stuff. Like, what are people searching for? What do you want to be found for? What do you want to be known for? Those are the type of hashtags that I would use. And then I would make sure that you're using hashtags that have a little bit lower views. I would say like 500,000 posts and less. Once you start to get into like the millions, it starts to become like kind of an SEO game, right? If you think about how you're trying to get on the front page for a post on for your blog, and how when you're doing the research for that, if it has a lot more competition, you probably want to choose different keywords to try to be searched for and found on that front page. Same type of thing is what I kind of think of with hashtags. Do you recommend putting text in an external video editor or in Instagram? In Instagram, for sure. Instagram is like kind of able to read your videos, and they like it when you, same thing for like any platform, right? For Instagram, for Facebook, they like it when you use their stuff. So to me, it's a bit, sometimes it's easier to edit the video itself in InShot, but I would then put it into Instagram and add my text there.
Can I
Not
say
too
something
interesting.
about hashtags?
What's that?
Can I say something about hashtags?
Yeah, go for it.
What has worked for me? My husband's in the other room on a Zoom call, so hopefully it's not coming through too loud.
I
But
can't hear him.
so like on my one of my posts last week, I have 3,500 impressions, and from hashtags, it's 2,400.
Oh, that's awesome.
So what I have been using is it's called Flick hashtags.
I've
It's
seen
this,
that.
if you can see it here, it's this little blue one, and you just go into there. And it's pretty cool because it actually helps you with, it's taking a minute to load, but you can go on down here and it will tell you the best time to post. It tracks you. And so it says my best time to post today is between 8 and 9 p.m. And then you can go in and you can type in whatever, like yesterday I put in there dance for fun. And then it shows you, I hope everybody can see this, it shows you like low competition ones, ones that are medium and high. And you just go through there and you click them and then copy and paste it. Just hit copy and paste down at the bottom, and then you throw it into your post. And that has helped me with my hashtags. Don't always get all the views and the likes and everything like that, but hopefully it's helping it get out there more.
Yeah.
And I think I went ahead and bought like I'm thinking this program has like the pro, options like that on it. I think I pay, don't quote me on this. It might be like $4.99 a month for it or something, but I've been using it for probably about 6 months now, and it's made a huge difference. And you can also, so you can have it on your phone or on your computer. So a lot of times I just write my caption in simple note, and then I flip over to Flick hashtags. I grab all the hashtags and put it on, so then I have it all in one. So anyways, that was just what I wanted to share that.
Cool. I've had that saved in my phone. Like I have like so many tabs open in my phone, and Flick has been there for months probably, and I just haven't tested it yet.
Yeah, it's really
So that's
cool.
awesome.
The only thing is I wish if you can't get any kind of analytics on your reels, even on Instagram, it doesn't show you what your hashtags are to help with that reach from what I've found. So, but they'll
I
even
know you
send
can
you.
see insights now a bit better on your reels. So like if you click on your reel, it's kind of tricky. I feel like it's if I'm in my feed, yeah, I have to be on my feed and then scroll down, and then I can see insights underneath the reel in Instagram.
Oh, okay.
That's newer. I don't feel like that's been around for too long, maybe a month. I don't know. Time
Okay.
flies by. But there
So
is a little bit more information there.
yeah, Flick is not showing you the insights for your hashtags on the reels yet, but I believe that is something that they're working on. And then once a week, they send you an email, and it shows you your if it's just a normal post, it'll show you what was your highest ranking one, what was your hashtags that you that performed the best. And then you can make lists too within the program that will help you to like, okay, I'm talking about clean beauty products, and so these are theirs. But one thing too, they say is you don't want to use the same hashtags over and over and over. Like skip 3 or 4 days in between. And so mix your hashtags up. So don't always put the same one. Unless
Okay.
it's your name, of course. I always put the
Right.
hashtag of my Instagram name in there. So anyways,
Okay.
okay, I'll quit talking.
Cool. No. Thank you so much for sharing that. I had totally forgot about that app. And I think with all of this, like it's testing it and seeing, right? Like if it's working. And I know for a while, like earlier this year or last year, it was like hashtags weren't doing anything and people were like super frustrated with it and not seeing, but I feel like they've changed a little bit of stuff. So like they're starting to work better. So I think, yeah, testing a tool like that and trying it is awesome. I think that's like with so much with social media, it's like all we can do is keep testing things and try it and see what works, collect the data, and then see if it's worth it or not. So thanks for
I
sharing
have
that.
one other question too. So I understand that there's a new algorithm with Instagram now. Do you know, has it changed? Is it like I heard somebody was saying that it's not, now it's in like chronological order of how it comes out. Does that make sense?
So I think there's different ways that you can view your feed now on Instagram. So if you, I don't understand it completely, but there's different ways. So like if you, when I'm on Instagram, if I tap the logo next to the logo up at the top, for me, there's a little arrow, or you can just hold the logo and it'll pop up. And so then I'm able to change my feed look there. So I can have favorites, or it says following. I'm wondering if maybe, I think following, yeah, I'm looking at this now. Following is in chronological order. And then favorites, you can have up to 50 favorites, at least right now. And then otherwise, if you're just on it normally, it's more algorithm based. So if you're getting engagement on your posts, then those ones you're more likely to show up for in your audience's feed. So I'm still doing it, like just viewing my feed regularly. I don't know. I'd love to like show of hands, like, are you guys, or like comment, like, are you guys clicking over and looking at the following feed so you can see things chronologically, or do you just open the app and start scrolling? I think for the most part, people are probably just opening the app. Yeah. So, which just means like same things go. Like if people are engaging with your stuff, then that's what's prioritized and you're going to start showing up in their accounts. And so it's using things to get them to, we want them to see our stuff. We want them to hopefully like it. Leaving a comment is like gold now. I feel like we're starting to kind of go that trend of like how our blogs were, like everybody used to comment. And now it's not a thing anymore. So, and then when you're using your stories, using things like polls or GIFs or the slider or different things to try to get them to like do something on it will also just help. So it's all just about like what you can do to get them to engage with your post. I mean, that's been kind of the algorithm rule the whole time, is just how do I get somebody to engage with my post? So, okay, cool. I saw another question here. How can we tell if we're getting traffic from Instagram? In the traffic to my homepage increased quite a bit this week. I assumed it might be from this challenge, but I don't really know. So you'll go to, I mean, you can have it set up on your Google Analytics. So you definitely want to have Google Analytics installed on your blog, and you can look at traffic that way. But then otherwise, I believe it's in Insights. You guys can tell I haven't clicked over this for a while. I'm just like posting and not paying attention to these numbers enough. Does anybody else know? I think it's over in Insights, and it tells you clicks to your bio. Why am I not finding it? Professional dashboard, maybe. I'm gonna pause the first second. If somebody knows exactly where to find it, drop it. But I use Google Analytics to see my Instagram traffic. Yeah, definitely want to look on your Google Analytics, but I think there's also a way, or there used to be, for you to see on Instagram where you can see how many people have clicked the link in bio. And then I saw something else I wanted to comment on. Oh, any insight into the differences between business and creator accounts? So when you are a creator account, you typically will have access to all of the awesome tools. So any tools that come out, music, anything like that. I recommend that all bloggers and influencers have a creator account rather than a business account. We had a business account for a little while, and I was talking with Nicole, and I'm like, I just feel like so to me, if you're a business account, you're telling Meta that you are a business, which to me signals that like, hey, you've got money to spend on ads and you have money to spend to get your content in front of other people. versus a creator account. You're a creator, so maybe you don't have the money to send that. I just feel like if it were me on the other side working for Meta, I would do things to prioritize creator accounts over business accounts and try to get businesses to spend money. So that's why I recommend using a creator account. We made the switch and I haven't seen any difference in the insights that we can see. Although I did just tell you, like, I'm not sure where in my account I see how many clicks to bio, but I know I can find that. But I'm not seeing any difference. And so like when we collaborated with Tailwind this past week on a reel, we both wanted our account and their account to post it as like a collaboration reel. So that way it showed up in both of our feeds. And that was our plan the whole week. I went to go and post it and add them as a collaborator, and it wouldn't allow me to do that because it told me that they didn't have access to the music. So, and they're a business account. So I told them that we switched over and it didn't change anything. But of course, like there's more people on their team than there is on mine. So it takes a little bit longer for them to like make a switch like that and make that call. But I was like, y'all should switch so we could do this more often. But you just have more access to things as a creator account. And I don't think there's any reason to have a business account as a blogger or an influencer. I'm not seeing anything right now. Do you know how to switch? Yes, I do. Give me a second. It's in your settings, I believe. Somewhere. Account, maybe. It's somewhere in your settings, though. You do it directly on the app, obviously. But I'm bad at finding things on the fly and continuing to have a conversation. So I'll find the exact step-by-step if somebody doesn't post it before I get to it, and I'll post it in the group step-by-step. Let me see. I like the favorites because I like to engage with some of the same people and I don't want to miss their stuff that they normally reciprocate. Yeah, I think favorites is very interesting. I haven't done it yet, but I want to go on. I need to go on there and like encourage people to add Thrive to their favorites if they are using their favorites. So I would suggest doing the same thing with your followers, like being like, hey, if you're using the favorites, make sure you add me so that way you're seeing my stuff. And give them, I don't know, like you don't want to just say just so you can see my stuff, but I would say something a little bit more along the lines of like you're posting more reels and you want to, make sure that they're seeing them because you're keeping them in mind, you're paying attention to their comments and what they're asking, something like that. Let's see. Didn't switch my feed. Google Analytics. I used to see it in Instagram, but I think it recently updated and isn't there anymore. Are you talking about the click to bio? Not sure where it's at. I'll have to find that too. Let's see. What are your thoughts on turning Pinterest idea pins into reels? I have a ton of those. I mean, I think you definitely could. I would just kind of run it through, what we talked about today. And is it, make sure it's engaging, make sure it would convert well over on Reels, make sure the first 3 seconds capture somebody's attention. I would definitely do the opposite and post your Reels over on Pinterest. So definitely do that. But yeah, I think if you've got some type of content over on Pinterest that you could use it over on Reels, it's just going to be making sure that it's highly engaging, that it hooks people and makes them want to stick around after 3 seconds. Oh, look, settings, account, switch account type. Thank you, Jana. And Megan, awesome. You guys are on it. I can't do 2 things at once. And Eileen, cool. So it looks like you guys have that figured out. Yeah, so just make sure that you guys are all a creator account. Amazing. Awesome. Okay. Any other questions? Thank you guys so much for being here. I just always love to like chat with y'all live and like see faces rather than staring at a screen, hoping for more comments to come through and knowing that people are watching me. But if you guys don't have any other questions, then I'm going to sign off and I will leave a couple of things in the group for y'all. today. So keep an eye out on that. I'll also give me about 30 minutes and I will pick the winner from the bonus homework for y'all showing up today live with me. So thanks for being here, you guys. You guys are doing so good. I'm so proud of all of you for doing this challenge in the first place and for posting reels. I've just been so proud. Like every single day I scroll through and I'm like, look how many reels you guys are posted. Like I'm going to try to go through. My goal is to see all of them. So it's probably going to take me a couple days, but I'm going to go through as many as I can today and leave you guys feedback. So all right, I'm going to sign off, but thank you guys so much for being here and we'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.